This is Matthew Arthur reporting, and it is about 4:55 a.m. GMT. Today, Monday, October 26, 2020 marks more than 48 hours since the gruesome killing of some school children in the Amazonia city of Kumba. About 5 children were senselessly murdered and several others wounded at the Mother Francisca International Bilingual Academy, leaving the entire community and the people of Amazonia in shock. These killings are increasingly coming at a time when the government of Cameroon is ramping up its genocide campaign to subdue the people of Amazonia and continue its forceful colonial rule. Hours after these killings happened, the spokesman of AGOVC, Mr. Raymond Akasan, revealed that the president of the Amazonia Governing Council, Dr. Cho Ayaba, had commissioned his intelligence team to immediately open an investigation into what happened. They are to do everything possible to gather all the facts and identify those responsible so the victims and their families can get justice. The following is the first official statement made by the leader about this incident, an incident he describes as despicable. My brave Amazonians. The last 24 hours has been heart-wrenching, and against all odds one of the saddest days in our liberation struggle for independence. On the advice of my team, will not make any official statement because we are bent on establishing the facts and to identify those who perpetrated this gruesome and despicable acts. However, for the 4 years in our resistance and especially in the state of Maimei where this happened, we know all the groups that function in the state and none has ever done anything in this manner. This is a crime committed to stir passion and to achieve a bigger objective than stopping colonial education. It is an act committed to generate hate and antagonism against the resistance. We can go back in the past to look at other massacres. We can reflect on Garbu, Ikata, Pinyin, the killing of baby Martha, the decapitation of Sam Soya, and other massacres that Cameroon has committed in similar manner to draw preliminary conclusions who the possible culprit is. We will do everything in our powers to bring justice and some sense of closure to the families. In the meantime, I am extending my condolences to the families. I also urge Amazonians to remain strong and absorb such happenings with humility and continuous rededication to the ideals that have compelled us to this resistance. God bless and protect the families and guide our every step in our endeavors to break free from the yoke of hate and torment from Cameroon. That was a statement from the leader of the Amazonia War of Independence as he condemns the systematic killing of Amazonians, especially children. It must be noted that this is not the first time that the government of Cameroon has carried such actions. It has over and over denied any involvement in these gruesome acts only to shamefully retract their innocence after having been caught in its own crime. This has been the case after overwhelming and indisputable evidence of their crime has shown up. In the case of Garbu, the same government denied any involvement of its soldiers. Once they could no more cover the evidence, they blamed a few rogue members of their army until date have not made any meaningful advancement in getting justice for those killed in that incident. The following are just a few of several similar massacres carried out by the Biya regime. We will notice that each of these massacres have happened at a time when either the international community is about to make a major recommendation towards a resolution to the war, or when Cameroon is hoping to distract away from any one of its war crimes. On March 25, the Menka Pinyin massacre happened just hours after Manchu Bibixi was sentenced. On February 14, 2020, the Garbu massacre happened just after the massive boycott of the February twin colonial elections. On the 10th of September 2020, 15 members of 2 families were all killed in Mutengene and Munyanga as Yaoundé began the most awaited national dialogue. And about 48 hours ago, the massacre in Kumba happened at exactly the same time when several independent papers are announcing the imminent bankruptcy of its economy. The increasing desperation is now very obvious. The only unfortunate part of Cameroon's desperation and frustration is that they are now boldly and deliberately willing to sacrifice the blood of children. Their hope is that it will attract international sympathy as they seek to frame the true Amba boys fighting to defend Ambazonia's sovereignty. This is Matthew Arthur reporting for the Amazonia Governing Council on behalf of the people of Amazonia.